I want to get still recovering from the heat. Welcome to Hiccup Town.
Yeah.
Our new show.
Welcome to Hiccup Town. Gotta open this barrel podcast.
I got a whole hard drive of sound.
I need some noise.
Cues. If you guys want, like
A soundboard?
like things you can hit for like.
Whammy! Wow!
Crying baby and like fart noises.
That's what Matt's here, where we just hit him and he goes,
I go, wham! I'm a baby.
And then he goes,
guys, Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee Stout.
Is it a bastardization? Let's see.
Yeah, it could be terrible. I don't know.
Close. Let's put close.
Slunge.
Oh,
It's delightful.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth. Smooth, not too many other flavors. I'm going to hiccuping this whole time, by the way.
We should just show them the trick.
Matt, realize you're not a fish. Three, two, one. 1, 2, 3. What the heck was bothering me? 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck was bothering me? I'm not a fish. See, I don't know which one works. How you doing? Oh, I'm pretty good. See, end of the week. We took tomorrow off. This week was like really long, right?
It was long and also fast. It was one of those.
Nothing got done, but it felt like every day was like, is this Friday yet? And you're like, fuck, it's Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday! Not Friday. And then you're like, on Wednesday, you're like, it's gotta be Friday. You're like, damn, it's the next day, which is Wednesday. Fuck. I knocked a lot of little shit out at work in the last couple of days, so I feel
Talking
pretty
about
good.
people.
Little shits? You call your employees little shits? I had to do. We're doing a meeting. We're doing like a conversion for our system, and so we're doing a meeting for it. And I was basically like locked in my office with no windows for 8 hours for 3 days straight, and that was not my favorite thing in the world. So
For the meeting?
yeah, because like I had to be not distracted because I had to like learn stuff about the systems. I had to teach other people.
Oh, I see. So it was like a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Even better. Yeah.
The guy's gonna come on site, I guess, like in like the end of, because it's not we're not starting it up to like next year, so we're like doing the. I have a Zoom meeting next week, next Friday, with this group that I wasn't a part of when it started. The first meeting was utter nonsense to me, and then I found out that I seemed to know the most in the meeting, and then
which is the worst.
And then they're like, "So since you knew the most, then next meeting you have to present in this meeting." And I'm like. I didn't want to be a part of this, but okay.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Imagine that, but like that was your actual job every day.
They're like, now give us a step-by-step process of what we're doing wrong. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Today, our IT person called me and asked me how to do an IT thing, and I was just like, what? So like, well, how do you fix this printer? And I'm like, that's your full job. You know what?
Did you try turning it off and on?
Yeah. What?
I'll just say I had a very similar experience, and I work literally with a whole team of technicians. Like, that's their literal fucking job. Not putting my whole team down, not that anyone's ever going to see this. Most of my guys are great.
Except for you, Bob.
No, Bob is awesome. Bob's an awesome guy.
All right, let's actual
Bob is actual Bob, and he's
Bob.
an awesome dude.
Hey, thanks for being a fan of our podcast, Bob.
Hector. There you go.
Yes, yeah. My name is. There's not a guy named Hector, is there? I should have cleared this with you first. I'm sorry about that joke. Sorry, Bob. I was making a joke.
Sorry, Bob's the name of this episode, so it's fine.
That could be the name of it. He's gonna watch though. You stupid. What the fuck? I'm not right in there though right now.
Anyway,
let's talk about some news, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about how anyone's doing. Whatever. The world's dying. It's on fire. There's floods. There's like the South and California are all flooded. We're covered in snow, and it's 55 degrees out for no fucking reason.
But you know what? Still making hits. Raid called The Arbiter.
Oh, you were this down too good. Oh, I sent this to you. That's fine.
I did.
we watched it.
Were you turned on a little bit, like a little bit of a?
I was like, finally, we can see if Ethel just gets murdered immediately.
Do we think Cal's voice is like he's like a Californian? He's like, hello, like I'm Cal. How you doing? What's up? I'm gonna use some magic now. I'm a dark elf. We all sound like this. What if every dark elf was like a really?
That'd be the worst.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And Gail's gonna talk. He's gonna be the guy that plays
He's an orc, yeah. He's an orc, yeah. He's gonna be like the guy that plays Reinhardt or something in Overwatch. I'm gay!
No.
Catchphrase! And you're like, okay, well. So they're going to be 5-minute episodes, like 10 5-minute episodes, and they're going to be released for free, I guess, on YouTube. It didn't say it was YouTube Premium, so that's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
I'll check it out. It's for free.
Are we doing a podcast on them?
Yeah, I mean, we could, right? Who wouldn't? Because we're all three of us are Raid Shadow.
20-minute podcast on each episode that's 5 minutes long.
And did you see what Gale was wearing? Gaelic, not Gale. I mixed up Kale and Gale. I made up Gale.
I like Gale.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a fusion dance to do.
Fusion! I want to see
Who do you want? Who do you want?
Elhain.
Who do you want that's not one of the top four?
To get naked.
The top four.
To get naked.
Who do you want that's not one of the top four to be able to see?
See, they should have allowed like the fucking jobber guys. I'm like, I want to see the jobber guys. Like, I want to see like fucking.
Okay.
I want to see like Sophie the Lost Bride or something.
Okay, Sippy, little Sippy. How about Yoshi the Drunkard? He's a jobber legendary, but he seemed like
I have Yoshi the Drunkard. Yeah,
he'd be fun to hang out with.
and he is a jobber legendary for sure.
Super jobber.
And I'm like, great. I finally get a
Kale is
legendary.
better than
Who's
Yoshi
that
the
guy?
Drunkard.
Yeah, more useful. For sure.
Or
Who's my ride or die? Let's see. My ride or die right now. See, I haven't really played like too much. It's probably. I've been looking at some of the new guys. I finally got a Sylvan dude, by the way. She's really into it, you can tell. She's actually still getting over everything.
Yeah. So
my nose is definitely running.
yeah, it's clearing it all out.
Not even affected.
You gotta watch our other video, then you'll know.
Yeah. Why do we sound like we have a cold? I'm not even sure anymore, man. I've been getting on for like 10 minutes a day now because I'm just so busy with work and shit.
No,
It's sad.
That's pretty sad.
It is. You saw I was hitting for the event a little bit, you know. It looks fun. There's some war going on. They're actually maybe going to give a little story for this game finally, since they like give you that little dumb little story blurb when you're doing the PV
campaign mode.
Yeah, the campaign mode. But that's really it. And it's not. It's kind of like. And then Kale and Gaelic and all them walked into a place. You're like, I didn't even play those guys on my team.
I want to tell you though, all these characters are completely fleshed out in this game. If you look in the lore area, because they have all of them have like a long lore piece. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm just like making them hit stuff. This guy's better than this guy, so I put him in. Like he came from the Carcrest Mountains of Carthok. Like,
let's just say Kale doesn't get used unless I have a dark elf thing, and I'm just because he was like my first 60, so I shove him in there. Painkeeper. Painkeeper's another great dark elf 60 I have.
Well, if you get on, you can get Ascended Elhain if you do the missions right now. Same.
I'm not getting on points here with the other stuff either.
Hey, we're done with that. You guys don't care.
You know what my favorite character is? Ronda Rousey.
oh god,
Am I right?
She's in the game.
I'm great politics and great lore. You know.
I'm more of a ninja guy myself.
Actually, Ninja is really good though. He actually is legit a good character.
Hey, what else do we got?
Guys, this is going to be super exciting for you. Beetlejuice 2 is in production, with Michael Keaton reprising his role.
And Jenna Ortega.
is it Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii?
Playing the case of Lydia's daughter.
Okay.
I don't know why I wrote the word case.
We did mention that Jenna Ortega was in talks to play Lydia's daughter last week, but now it's
in stone. And but also too, as you know, she's like Tim Burton's new muse. Next to Wednesday. The original movie came out in 1988, which I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Were you before Batman?
I just read this thing that Jenna Ortega didn't want to do TV, and that she was convinced to do TV because she wanted to work with Tim Burton. And then
Tim Burton was like, "Come do TV."
Like she basically was like, "I did TV when I was younger. I don't want to do that. I want to be in movies.
Tim Burton.
I want to be a movies actress." And then she got pulled back in.
And all three of us think she knocked it out of the park on Wednesday, so that's perfect.
I think she seems like a good actress, and she's got a lot of potential. So I can't wait to see more of her stuff.
Her SNL was super boring though. I watched it and it was like, that's kind of disappointing.
Are you saying whose is better, hers or Travis Kelce's?
Travis Kelce's was good. It was really good.
Pretty good.
I was super excited for it. I was super surprised because I was like going, I'm like, okay, he's like.
We've been really getting into Please Don't Destroy videos, and they're pretty great. Like they're getting good. Like they're finding their groove.
That was probably the best video on the Dinner Tango show, but it was still like just a lot of flat. It wasn't her fault. It was like it was weird skits. And like,
sometimes they just have like a bad writing day, for that day. It doesn't matter who's acting. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I kind of felt bad for her, but I forgot who was doing the musical guest, but it was one of those ones where Jay was like, just leave it on, I'll just go do my tea. Because usually like, either fast forward or she's like, I really want to listen to this, and then buy some of her albums, their whole discography. I'm like, oh, okay.
Is that why she owns all the Chainsmokers albums now?
That's why she owns all Brandy Carlisle. Because she heard her on SNL, she's like, oh my god, she's amazing, and like just bought her all stuff.
She has a Brandy Carlisle t-shirt now.
I mean, she's good. So,
hey guys, you know what else is good? Tarantino's making his final movie, guys.
Okay.
This one's called All the Toesies.
It's called Only Feet. No, it's I'll read you what it says. According to the report, the title's going to be The Movie Critic, and Tarantino has already written the script. He also plans to direct the film in the fall. He's saying this is his final movie, and it'll center on a woman who will show her feet. I mean, in the late 70s Los Angeles.
Yeah, when you say woman, you're like, okay, well, this is going to be a barefoot scene.
There isn't currently a studio attached to it to fund it, but it's going to, supposedly, early next week, they're putting out to buyers to go buy it. And, okay, I mean...
and like, they're saying it's his last movie. It's, just been a rumor that he's doing one last movie, so this is what there's...
And he never finished Kill Bill, so...
Yeah, who's doing that then, Quentin? We want to see the daughter come back and kill Uma Thurman.
That was his idea, is that the girl... the daughter of Vivica Fox's character.
Oh, I know.
I'm telling her, it was supposed to come back when she was adult, and that was going to be the final movie.
Yeah.
She kills Uma Thurman.
Cool.
Never
Black
happened, I
Mama.
guess.
Daughter. It's okay to call her Black Mama because she's black. Oh,
No, she wasn't the Black Mama. She was jealous that Uma Thurman's character was black.
Yeah.
wait, what is she then?
She was a California
Cool.
mountain
Pit
snake,
viper?
maybe? She might have been the pit viper. There's a California mountain snake.
I think I was Hannah.
But also, I hate that they're like, instead of being like, he shouldn't have called the white lady the Black Mama, they're like, the black lady was jealous because she got to be Black Mama. And it's just like, oh, God. Why?
Because of white man.
Why?
He took that script and flipped on his head. Flipped on his head.
Guys, let's talk about a different director who's more beloved.
Okay.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Cast Andrew Garfield in his new Frankenstein movie that he's his Frankenstein adaptation that he's making. Already cast Oscar Isaac as Frankenstein,
The monster?
I guess. I don't know. And
Because Andrew Garfield
Mia
is
Goth,
the
the
monster.
bride.
He's the hunter. Oscar Isaac maybe is the hunter.
Maybe he's Igor.
Like not Van Helsing, but isn't there like a hunter? There's somebody who's like...
I mean, there's the
tries to
town
get
that
beast.
tries
The
to get
town,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe Oscar Isaac is everyone in the town.
I could see him being like a Van...
He's just like different characters.
I can see him being like a
I
Van
should still
Helsing
hear
type
myself.
character. You
I mean,
deserve it.
if so, I'm all in on this.
I
want
just
Oscar Isaac to be every
pictured
town
like
star.
the whole town, all their faces are
Hi.
Oscar Isaac.
I'm a lady.
He's babies
I'm a
and everything.
lady. Hey, I'm part of the town
I mean,
too.
You know what? He could do it. He's our other.
I know.
He's our other daddy. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Pedro Pascal and we got Oscar Isaac.
What if they were in a movie where they were both our dads?
Oh my God.
I just come.
Okay, I didn't read that piece of news. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not feeling it. I gotta see it. He's gonna do something. We'll see it. He can
Hey,
put out
this
something.
is Garfield's revival. Okay, Garfield and Friends.
And Friends?
Mondays. We're twins. Elizabeth Olsen expects that she'll return for Agatha Coven of Chaos.
Yeah. Even though she sort of died?
This article was not my favorite. It was one of the IGN writers, but like they didn't mention that Catherine Hahn's in the movie. They just are in the show. They're just like saying the other people in the show. I'm like, she's literally Agatha, the title character. You didn't put her in the fucking article. Like,
Yeah.
Like also starring Aubrey Plaza and Joe Locke. I'm like, yes, and Catherine Hahn, the titular Agatha character. But okay,
the reason we all want this.
Yeah, the article is really weird. But the news seems sound. IGN doesn't print full garbage usually. So yeah, Elizabeth Olsen's like, yeah, I'm going to be back. There's rumor that she's going to be back in some form for the Vision Quest show, which has been announced and should follow White Vision's path to redemption.
It kind of makes sense that I guess.
Who?
White Vision. The Vision from the end
Star-Lord,
of
man. You know
who?
Never mind.
Star-Lord, legendary outlaw.
For flashbacks.
this guy's got a code name.
No.
Star
Prince.
Hey guys,
Let's just end this and go watch Guardians of the
I kind of
Galaxy.
want to now. Guys, speaking of ending, the Willow series has been canceled after one season.
That's the one about
Mad Monaghan.
Willow, Will Smith's daughter, right?
Right, yeah.
Or son? No, I don't know if she's...
Now,
I think
this show is critically acclaimed. There's a lot of 8s, 9s, 10s, and now the ratings saw. So I'm unsure why even it's being canceled. From what I was reading, they're basically
Really?
well, they had a weird earnings thing last year, I guess, or something, where they didn't earn as much as they wanted to. So maybe they just were like, well, this is the easiest show to get rid of because it's not a Marvel show.
if they do
And it's
not
high production
or
costs
Star Wars.
because they
Yes,
film it and
exactly.
they definitely film
Lots
it
of fancy
in,
stuff,
yeah,
lots of puppets,
exactly.
lots of separate
Puppets
That means we'll never get that Dark Crystal show to read for. You cowards.
from beneath the floor. Amanda's controlling me.
So yeah, no work done.
Do you think we'll get a Thumb War Survival from Netflix?
Right after Battletoads?
Use
maybe.
the instrument panel. Tiny tools made for specialized targeting.
I mean, it was pretty much a one-off, right? If there's more than one, then we have to burn after watching that movie.
All the Thumb Wars.
From beneath the floor, a man controls me. Yes.
The nail side of the thumb. Guys, go look up Thumb Wars. It's great. I only have one thing left, and it's kind of longer.
I have
But
two. They're smaller, so
you go first. One of those in HBO Last of Us update thingy.
That was part of mine too.
Okay, so we can. I'll add on to yours. How about that?
Okay, well, James Gunn is officially directing Superman Legacy. It's official now. He was already writing it, and now he's going to direct it to start off his new DC Gunn-averse.
Who do you think Who do you think's gonna play Clark Kent? Titular Clark Kent Superman character.
Didn't we already talk about this?
Let's talk about it again.
Brandon Routh.
I mean, right?
Pedro
He
Pascal.
didn't do anything bad. Oh my god! Let's get Zaddy to play.
Actually,
He's gonna be like a young Clark
yeah,
Kent.
he'd be
isn't
like
he? Yeah.
he'd be like the dad.
Well, supposedly it's that's the legacy part is him having a son, so he's gonna be a dad.
It still have to be like somebody probably younger than Pedro Pascal.
But he can play younger.
I mean, it probably have to be somebody younger. It would be like Oscar Isaac younger, just a little younger.
I mean, Oscar Isaac's the same age.
No, he's like about 10 years younger. Pedro Pascal's in his late 40s, early 50s.
Is Zaddy that old? I mean, I guess
He's been around, dude. He was on an episode of Buffy as an adult man.
Yeah, but oh god, I guess I'm old.
That's a while. That's a bit ago.
He was like a young man though.
He wasn't that young.
He was
He was like in his 20s, like mid 20s.
still a young man.
He was an adult man.
Yeah. And they changed the name of the episode to be When Daddy Met Mom. Because of the whole phenomenon. Which I think is funny.
Might as well make some money off it.
Also, fuck Josh Whedon.
Make some,
Yeah.
Josh Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon.
Josh Weeds balls. I don't know.
Joss Whedon.
Josh Weedballs.
Piece of shit. How about that?
Got it.
Got it. Sick.
Nailed.
Burn.
Speaking of Zaddy, though, Matt. Huh? Good segue.
Well, we've kind of hinted, they've kind of talked about this, alluded towards, but they've made it official now. There will be a multiple season arc for the second game because it's much longer, much more involved, and the plot twist kind of makes.
We're gonna do no spoilers.
I'm not going to say the plot twist, but the plot twist kind of makes it perfect for a 2-season arc.
And the season finale. That happens, and then the next season is
No, the season finale is where the plot twist is.
But this is good because it gives Neil Druckmann more time to flesh out those two characters and to make you
absolutely
without spoiling. before anything happens. What they've also said though is going to be more action. He said that one of his regrets, and it wasn't really a regret, is because he said we spent good time fleshing out these characters. Is that a lot of people are like, oh, there's no zombies, and where are the zombies? And he's like, we were still kind of figuring them out, like how we're going to make them up, like with our practical effects and stuff, and like how to do that in a feasible way. And we're going to use them more.
Plus, I'm sure they had less money.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they have a lot more money.
Yeah.
And the Warner Brothers Discovery's like, yeah, sorry, you guys doing great.
HBO is just giving them a swimming pool full of cash at this point.
Just do what you want with it. We just left this here. Just do what you want.
I feel like there were plenty of creepy moments too. It's not like it was short on that.
It was a great.
Also,
season.
zombie shows are better when they show you why humanity sucks.
Right.
Also, why humanity is great, and that's what the greatest part of the show is. Like, this is why humanity is also great.
And I think it's better when there's like you feel safe, and then one comes up on you, rather than like you just fighting off 10 zombies all the time. Like
that's the part
boring.
at the end of like when it's in Walking Dead. Like, we need more zombies.
Look, there's like a horror, another 50,000 zombies
at that point. Like, it's not even like tension anymore. It's like, fuck this. Like,
and also, like, they're in the middle of like the wilderness, and like 50 ass zombies come out, and I'm like, why are they? Are they like hanging out?
And that never made any sense to me. Like, and a lot of the show was a companion to the game in a way, because there's a lot of points that were fleshed out, like how Ellie got her immunity. Like, no spoilers, but there's a lot of things that they don't really talk about the game. And you kind of wondered, but you never knew, and now you know if you watch the show. It's really
Neil actually, if you listen to the companion podcast, which I do, then Neil Gaiman and Craig Mazin talk about Neil Druckmann, who's a creator of the game.
Great Neil Gaiman also was there.
Yeah, right. Get Neil Gaiman in there.
Oh Jesus, Neil Druckmann. Yes, I put Drucky to it later. They talk about just like little bits from the show and like why they did stuff and why they didn't do stuff. Like the radical changes for Bill. For instance. He's just like, I had this better story for this guy than like this sad,
it was great
bullshit.
It was a fucking great story. It was like really well done.
Yeah, and it's sad in a different way. It's not just like
and that would have been fun to play in a game. That episode.
Yeah, but it was great TV.
It was one of the best things
on TV I've ever seen.
I've been boring as fuck playing a game, but TV, great.
Go pick strawberries. Press X to pick the strawberries.
Feed it to your husband. Like, okay.
Set the trap. Like, God, this sucks.
Oh, I want to paint this other house. Let's go paint this whole other house.
I'm using the stick to paint the house.
X, triangle. X, triangle.
Oh, quick time. I fucking hate quick time.
Damn it.
So another tidbit that came out of the recent talks with Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin was Bella Ramsey. They're talking about like Bella Ramsey being recast, but she's the same age as Ellie in the second game right now. Yeah. So no.
She looks young.
He said the only reason I would ever recast Bella Ramsey because she's amazing is if she didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And she really likes doing this,
which also is amazing to hear. Like, he's not like I wouldn't force. And he did joke like, "Oh, I'll force her to do it," but he was joking. He was like totally joking about it.
This is a great role. Like, she's doing a great job at it.
Amazing.
So
I mean, even Ashley Johnson was like, "Yeah, she's." I couldn't believe it when I like saw her. I'm like, "This is the torch being passed," kind of thing,
She got to be her mom. It was sweet. Spoiler. That is a spoiler for the show.
What the
spoiler? Spoiler for the show.
God damn it!
Small spoiler, I guess. But yeah, it's a great piece of television. Even if you never watched the games, it's a great piece of television. It's a great zombie show because it's not zombies. It's
not all fighting zombies.
And humans are really the worst.
Speaking of the game, great segue, Matt. Thanks. So Drucky says that Naughty Dog has chosen its next game, but they have not announced if it's The Last of Us Part 3. However, on the recent podcast, he talked about one of the things that he really wanted to explore and that he would write as the third installment of The Last of Us would be about the fungal network that they touch on. Not really a spoiler, but they touch on it in the episodes of The Last of Us in season 1. He said, I would love to explore that more, and I think that's what we would do if we did a third game.
And to be honest, it would be weird to introduce that in the game. Because it's not something that, you kind of just, it's there. And you just kind of move along, you fight zombies, you fight people. You're not, that, in the show it makes more sense, because you're like, why? Because as a human that's watching this, I want to know why I'm interested in why this could happen. Whereas in the game, you're just like, I need to fucking shoot all this stuff and get away from me. And I don't really care as much about that. So it'd be really interesting how he
And now I'm going to
goes
choke
about
down a full-ass human that's like fleeing for their life.
in the second game, yeah. Just watching them die each time you choke them out. She watched many people die as I choked them
Or they're
out.
like, don't hurt me! And then you go up to, and they're like, start reaching me out. They're like, please don't.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck.
Yeah, the game makes you feel
I
terrible.
just want to let you go and live! What is wrong with you?
This is the after the twist, you're like, I'm a terrible fucking human being.
Yeah.
Like, no. I hate everything about myself now. And then you get to the end of
But I am gonna say something, and this really isn't a spoiler because you should have
What
played the
the
game by now.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, I do love that they go and like destroy a cult. That's like my favorite thing to do in games. So
Who didn't want to do that? Let's do it.
take them the fuck out.
They are scary as fuck. I hate playing them.
That big dude with the axe.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
I'd rather fight two bloaters than that big dude.
Get out of here! Damn it!
I'd rather fight two bloaters than that big dude. Get out of here. No. No!
That's not even a dude. He's so big.
Crazy.
Fighting fucking Dave Bautista over here.
I mean, that's all I got. I mean, I'm super excited. I like I said, he definitely dropped some hints for like what he wants The Last of Us to be. Number 3, but he says Naughty Dog is going in a direction, but has not said what the game is.
I am excited to see what you do. 2 was good enough at the end where it definitely gave you a place to have 3, but also if it just ended there, you'd be like, okay, this is good enough.
100%.
Like she's like a
We already know
basically.
they're not coming back to Uncharted. He said he's done with Uncharted. I would love to see him follow because they do hint like a future for Uncharted, but I'd love to come back and
Yeah, they're
follow
gonna have
Nathan Drake's daughter.
the casino game.
Nathan Drake's
He's
daughter,
got lots
Cassie.
of time. He's got lots of time.
Not fight for fortune.
The casino game, yeah.
Not fight for fortune. That game was stupid. Don't like that game.
We were playing catchphrase with the kids the other day, and one of the things that came up was gambling casino. And I'm like, is there
there a
another
different
kind
kind
of
of casino?
casino? Like, I'm so confused.
Friendship casino.
Like,
Want to be my friend?
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
they're supposed to say the exact phrase, and nobody's ever gonna say that phrase.
yeah,
It's
together.
not a
Like,
phrase.
A gambling casino.
I go to one of those gambling casinos and I gamble.
Like, you're not a human being. You're an alien.
I read this in a dictionary. Gambling casino.
Yeah. Yep.
Take me to your milk chocolate bars.
Was that it? Was that the last thing?
That's all I got.
Was that The Last of Us?
Sorry, Bob. That's all I got.
That was great. And guys, thanks for stopping by.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
see, we're all wearing green. You can tell.
And Finn,